Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for coming. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Morning there. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasari Gora Bhakta Vrinda Nityananda Nityananda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya Gauranga 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya 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 Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Krishna Chaitanya Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Krishna Chaitanya Shri 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 Krishna Chaitanya Krishna Chaitanya Shri 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 Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda 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 Nityananda, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna, Chaitanya, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Chaitanya, Shri Krishna, Chaitanya, Shri Krishna, Chaitanya, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Chaitanya, Shri Krishna, Chaitanya, Shri Krishna, Chaitanya, Shri Krishna 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 Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Krishna Chaitanya, Shri 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 Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Nityananda, 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 Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Thanks for using.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Chapter 4, Confidential Reasons for the Appearance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Lila. By the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, even a foolish child can fully describe the real nature of Lord Krishna, the enjoyer of the pastimes of Raj, according to the vision of the revealed scriptures. According to the vision of the revealed scriptures. All glories to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and all glories to Lord Nityananda, and all glories to Advaita Acharya, and all glories to all the devotees of Lord Chaitanya. Going to go to another chapter here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Anchalila. Hmm. The meeting between second meeting with of Lord Rupa Goswami's second meeting with the Lord Chaitanya. This is chapter 1 of Anchalila. I offer my respectful obeisances to Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, by whose mercy even a lame man can cross over a mountain, and a dumb man can recite Vedic literature. Isn't that the mood? Isn't that the reality of it? See? Where that mercy's been forgotten. They don't believe it anymore. It's not possible. Yeah, we hear our Sangha is the living book of that, living book of that possibility. That actuality. Okay? The living example of that. See? Yeah. Well, I like the way Krishnadas Kaviraj, he starts all of the verses like with really gems like that, man. A lame man, to show you the greatness of the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. So we need to see recipients of the greatness of the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. See, that comes in the line. See, and then you see, there's some hope for me. Otherwise, what examples? You got to be a superstar like Radhanath, or like, who's another one? Or like Narayan Raj, before you'll get the mercy of the Lord. That's what they teach in Vaishnavism. It's ridiculous, actually. It's not holy. It's not holy that you have to be a superstar to get the mercy of God. Yeah? You got to be a Pharisee. And it's always been like that. It's false ego, false ID. That's the snake trying to trick you. Trick everybody into going in the wrong direction. That's why you see these verses. They're beautiful. They reveal everything in the Vedas, in the line, especially when they're realized living devotee. Otherwise, they're there and people misinterpret them. Versus it's not by austerities, not by renunciation, not by pious deeds you attain Krishna Vrindavan. And what is that? That's that eternal relationship you see some of the devotees already developing. You can, when you can chant these mantras and these pastimes of the Lord with enthusiasm, with ecstasy, with realization. See? Now you've demonstrated the mercy. You're a recipient of the mercy of the Lord. Kali Yuga is so advanced that all these so-called great scholars here, they can't even acknowledge when there's that kind of greatness in this world. See, that's the advancement of Kali Yuga. People are not even like they were 550 years ago when they see, something really wonderful, then they start to acknowledge it. But, it's tough now. So you're going to have a lot of sadhu sangha. My path is difficult and I am blind, and my feet are slipping again and again. Therefore, may the saints help me by granting me the stick of their mercy as my support. See, this is a person, truth, understanding the essence of truth. May these saints help me with the stick of their mercy. Okay. And most people can't take advantage of it because they speculate. Most of these scholars in Vaishnavism or all religions, they speculate. They don't have experience of this mercy. So the living devotees, in some lifetime, you'll run across them and you'll believe in them. Not just run across them and criticize, or run across and pay them no mind and go somewhere else. That's why this is a miracle here. They come here and they've seen recipients of the mercy of the Lord, and they say, wow, this is a great place to come. There's shelter here. There's drink here. There's food here. This is food. This is drink. Okay? This is shelter. See, for the spirit. See, for the spirit. Otherwise, there's no shelter for the spirit in this world, in this universe. It needs this particular kind of food, the truth, highest truth. See? Distinguished from the illusion of the false shelters. That's what Bhagavatam is, all the way up to, the last canto, 12th canto is about Kali Yuga, that even people now don't know. Even many people in our Sangha don't know. Many of you here still believe in the world, still believe in these authorities. See, because you don't understand the Bhagavatam. That's why you need to go into the 12th canto, so you get a bead on what's really going on in this world, who you're really dealing with now. Otherwise, you're being tricked and lied to and deceived. Okay? Well, they're my authorities. They've always been, and they're always out for my best interest. No, they're not. This is Kali Yuga, man. Sorry. No. May the stick of the mercy. See, the highest truth is the association of these kinds of devotees. That's why even the realized devotees, they take shelter of the books, the book Bhagavat. They're qualified to have that shelter, because when they read these verses, they feel the shelter. They relish the bliss of the name and the pastimes of the quality. See, they've achieved the shelter of the Lord. That's shelter. Your soul is awakened and can feel that shelter, feel that coolness. Otherwise, nobody knows. Nobody cares. No, just give me food, material food. Just give me a house. That's my shelter. Everything's shelter. Yeah, give me a family. That'll be my shelter. See, a woman's thinking, well, give me a husband. That'll be my shelter. As you're finding out, doesn't work out so good, does it? You're just in Maya, man. Especially the fighties. They got to advance, otherwise, get rid of them. I'm harsh. I'm mean. I'm mean guy. Get your ass in gear, man. Otherwise, lock the door. Where are we now? Oh, yeah. Okay, back to the thing. I pray to the lotus feet of the six Goswamis, Sri Rupa Goswami, Sri Rupa Goswami, Sri Raghunath, Sri Bhatta Raghunath, Sri Jiva, Sri Gopal Bhatta, and Sri Dasa Raghunath, so that all impediments to my writing this literature will be annihilated, and my real desire will be fulfilled. See? We need to take shelter and associate and hear from those who have that are really truly intimate with that transcendental Lord that nobody knows. This is the only way. You think these teachers of the world have that kind of intimate knowledge of the true Lord? Very few, if any. That rare. They got to kick a hole in all the. They got to be basically like Vamanadev. A real devotee is like Vamanadev. They kick a hole through the coverings of the universe. Did you know that? It's pretty amazing. How else can they bring forth the spiritual potency in this world? They have to kick a hole through the material coverings, man. And to get a message beyond liberation. Oh, it's all about the blinding light, become one with God and become God, and all those piece of shit realizations that obscure the truth. Okay? So, yeah, we need the help of these devotees. They leave us the boat of their writings, the boat of their potency. It's in the books. Okay? So need to be opened up. That's why a Jesus comes, a living devotees. That's why the Narottam came after the disappearance. That's why the Lord came. That's why Madhavendra Boris. He always living, 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 living. Living, living, living. Otherwise it goes dead. Nothing but death is preached in this world. You know, dead things, dead conceptions, speculations, dead, no life in them. Hey, living devotee, you need that living devotee. Look, you don't have a living, even if you have a living devotee and they don't preach life that much, still don't see it, right? You don't see it. Yeah, nobody put any emphasis of love of God except our group. The others, they say, well, yeah, of course, we're Raghunuga Bhaktas. Oh, yeah, we talk, we're crying school, but no crying. You don't see any living, no life. No life. Crying is life, man. You go to movies to cry, don't you? Because you can't cry on your own. You got to go see an actor get it for you. And it's mundane. That's why that's all you can get there. You need a living devotee who's crying for God, laughing because of a heart full of joy of the Lord. Living, you need that show, man. That's the greatest show on earth. Otherwise, you go into the movies and having that mundane crying. Oh, the person lost their son, their wife. Oh, how terrible. Yeah. But who cries for God? Who even knows what that is? Only when living devotees cross your path, man, and preach openly so that you can see, and say what the Lord says. I could say the same thing. For a long time, the Lord has not distributed this ecstatic love in this world to the people in general, openly, and teaching them what is really true for a long time. Okay? So let's do it, man. Let's show the world what real life is. Who's going to do it if we don't do it? Who's capable? Harvest is plentiful. See, for the kingdom. Yeah, without this relationship, you can't get liberation. Look at all these guys here saying liberation, liberation. Nobody gets it. Eckhart, liberation, liberation. You're not your story. And nobody gets beyond their story. Not in Kali Yuga, man. No way. The association's so bad. He's probably telling the people, go get the shots too. They all sell out. This Kali Yuga is horrible, man. But not for devotees. It's just like, oh, well, here we get a great opportunity to preach. Maybe somebody will listen, and they are. There's more people are taking seriously these things. Oh, we can remove some more of the obstacles now. You see this guru's telling you to get a shot of poison in you, man. Get rid of them. I can tell them more openly now. You see what they're doing? They're acting it out, man. They're not your friend. They're your enemy, man. I could just tell them openly now. Look what they're doing. Look what they're promoting. See? Remove that obstacle. Can't you see it yet? Well, if you see, this is the whole point of Kali Yuga. It's the great revealing. It shows you the bullshit, the demons that you've been worshiping. Mankind worships demons. They've been doing it for a long time now. Prabhupada said this world is managed by Rakshasas. Demons, man. Man-eaters, baby-eaters. These are your... Don't believe in them, especially now. They're turning on everybody. See? Use the walking stick like we do here. Come every day for Sadhu Sangha if you can, or watch the replays, and hear the truth. Hear the truth. The truth will set you free, man. Hear it over and over again to overturn all the bullshit you're hearing in the world from all these people in Maya, everybody, millions, billions, all in Maya, every friggin' one of them practically. All reflecting Maya, 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 Maya. That's why you see relentlessly we have these every day, man. Relentlessly, like wave after wave after wave. of the truth, man. Holding back Kali Yuga, actually. Why do you think Bhagavatam was written, man? These conceptions of the absolute eternal truth we need to hear. We need to hear that message and become free. Awaken our soul so we can become strong in this world and not be shackled by Maya. That's what she does. She puts shackles on you because of your faith in your tormentors. You ever heard of Stockholm Syndrome? You think it's just a few people? Everybody has it practically. They worship their captors. You worship Maya, man. She's been torturing you. For God's sake. Just so you realize, you're worshiping your captors, man. You're worshiping these politicians. You believe in them, and they still vote them in after they turn on you. See? Well, I don't know. He punishes me. He must be my. This is Stockholm Syndrome. They noticed that. Hey, man, the whole world is under Stockholm Syndrome, practically. They worship their captors, Some are rebelling against them, but that's not really the full answer either, The full answer is the truth of what's really going on here. What's really going on, you should ask. What's going on in this world? Why is this happening? Well, it's action and reaction. It's because of involvement. You've been involved in all this drama. That's why I just reduced the drama here even. When people get dramatic, I just say, man, stay in the background. Go do your dramas with somebody else. I don't want any, these material dramas. Go act, work them out. You want to be in peace, come to the real path, come, wholeheartedly to this shelter, and you'll find peace. But if you're into dramas because you're into the world and you're into all kinds of crazy, then you're going to, work out your dramas out there. I don't want to be too involved. It's your drama, man. You want to play the dance of that. You have faith in mundane people, husbands and, boyfriends and all of this shit. That's your drama, man. I don't have any faith in that. If they're in Maya, they're in Maya, man. They can't help me. Not very well. Man. Now, these devotees is another thing, right? You see, and that's when you start really feeling this stuff, man. Yeah, you realize, man, you can turn this is called surrender. What do you think surrender is? You finally get it. That these people are your friends. Why? Because the blessed are the pure in heart, they shall see God. And seeing God is the best thing we can do in the world. Is the best now we live a life of benediction, is to see God every day, to draw the Lord's attention every day. He likes topics of pure devotional service. Only when you're not purified don't you like these topics. You don't like people saying, "Oh, why you do? You're not interested in children and wives and all of that." See, only when you're attached to that bullshit, man, you don't like this talk. I don't care, be married or not, But what are you attached to, really? What is your primary attachment? Because when it's the Lord and the Lord's devotees, oh man, now you have full access 24 hours a day to life. Really, you have happiness there. My happiness is being in the devotees, in their preaching. Okay? Oh, my life and soul is in this devotees preaching about Krishna. It's true, it's pure, it's lovely. That glorification, because Lord's in the heart. He loves to hear from his devotees. See? And now you're a devotee. See, now you like what the Lord likes, and you realize, oh, this is the best thing, to like what the Lord likes, to be in sync, to be in harmony with that, to be at that level, and stay on that level. That's the thing. To love what the Lord likes. See, so we need a lot of regular dips into this Sadhu Sangha program, man. Need to appreciate topics that are channeled from the Lord, That's what anybody you get purified, you see, oh yeah, the Lord's been hollowing me out. Now it's just stuff flows like the wind, because the Lord is blowing now. He's playing the flute. See? And the devotee is uplifted, and so are others who hear that flute. What do you think we're doing here? See, that's another hat. We're just playing flutes. That's all we're doing. The Lord's playing. The devotee's enjoying. He's enjoying. The devotee enjoys. The devotee in you enjoys and relishes these things. We connoisseurs. Yeah. I pray to the lotus feet of the six Goswamis, Rupa, Sanatan, Bhatta Raghunath, Jiva. See, this is devotee. These devotees are close and dear to the Lord. How many people in the world know of these devotees? Practically nobody. They can't take advantage of the association of these devotees. There's no living devotee glorifying them. Even in Vaishnavism, well, no, don't read any of the Goswami books. No. All no still. Well, when are you ready for yes? Yes. Let's talk about the glories of these devotees. They're alive. What did Prabhupada said? I'll live forever in my books. What are these guys? They live forever in their books, or they're an exception? These persons are the dearest persons to the Lord, and we have no other possibility to get into Vrindavan except by their grace. They're the bridge. Otherwise, we have no bridge, man. We're sitting here looking over there, like we can't get across. Yeah. So all pediments for writing my literature will be annihilated, and my real desire will be fulfilled. Glory to the all-merciful Radha and Mohan. I am lame and ill-advised, yet they are my directors. And that's the world, man. Everybody is lame and ill-advised, and we go to the lame and ill-advised for advice. Blessed are those who don't sit in the council of the wicked, but most do. Wicked gurus, those who are not, they're idols, and they idle away your time because you're in their council. Teachers, snakes, liars, deceivers. We're in Kali Yuga, everybody. People don't even know. Oh, no, we're in a good time. Yeah. See, they can't extend their vision through the Vedas. These books were written to extend our vision so we can see what's really going on. Otherwise, you can't see. You're blinded by the deceptive. You're blinded by believing in them. You're not awakened to the truth that they're lying to you. They're deceiving you. You're in ignorance. You believe. Well, our nature is to believe in authority, isn't it? That's how Maya tricks us. That's how we overturn her tables. What do you think I'm doing, man? I'm in the temple of Maya here. I'm just overturning the tables. Sorry, man. That's not the real Lord. Why are you doing all this profane stuff in God's house? We're making this cleaning God's house now. The whole world is God's house. Let's clean it up, man. What's all this profanity going on in the Lord's house? Don't you know? This is a special Kali Yuga. The Lord came here to clean up house. Turn the tables, the material tables. Turn the tables on Maya. This is how you do it. There's no other way. Truth. Set people free with the truth. Whoever will listen to this will get a benediction you can't get anywhere else. You'll get a treasure you can't get anywhere else. You get immortality that Bill Gates and that Elon Musk can't even get through their chipping themselves and everybody else, uploading their consciousness into a computer and all this bullshit there. This is demon. Demons do this, man. Man of the year. These are demons and they're men of the year. People, how dare you say they swim by that? Well, I come from the demon class. We all do, man. That's why we're here in Kali Yuga, my friends. Well, you can't admit that? You should admit that. You should admit you're a friggin' demon, man. You gurus should admit you're a fucking demon. You should do that. Because then you'll get the mercy of the Lord like we do. We're fools, and you can't. See, you would get the mercy, but you can't do that. Too encrusted with false ID. You got to be special, or you got to give the appearance of being special. And a lot of you might be a little psychopathic and know you're not special. But you put the sham on. You just keep going. Yeah. This is Kali Yuga, man. So whoever admits, you know what? I'm from the demon class. I'm just, just stupid, fool, wretched. I'm a Kali Yuga resident. Oh, and Lord Chaitanya came. I heard this guy or gal preach about the hope of Lord Chaitanya. And I could see they were real recipients of this mercy of Lord Chaitanya. And I have that assurance that I can also get it. See? That's when the real message, man, comes before you. The real Vaishnava movement comes before you. You feel you're moved into the spiritual world. You're moved out of the house of Maya, out of the house of religion. You abandon it like stool into the truth. Isn't it? Can't you see? That's like stool. Oh, you got to be perfect. You got to be superstar. You got to be a Narayan Raj to get the mercy of God. Sorry, that ain't true at all. That ain't what we're reading here. No, you got to admit you're a fool and a rascal and wretched person. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm qualified for the mercy of Lord Chaitanya because he came for us. Yeah, that's the only reason I got it. I just say, man, I'm just an idiot, a fool, wretched person. But, may the stick of the mercy of these devotees, of the holy name, of Lord Chaitanya's name, Nityananda's, your intimate, dear devotees, save me. And they do. And they have. And every good thing in my life is because of them and no one else. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Prabhupada, Lord Chaitanya, and all of your associates. Because that's all, it all good, all virtue, transcendental virtue comes from their association. Otherwise, it's all Maya. All illusions. Oh, you think Plato is, I've got so Plato. He was a pedophile. Did you know that? I just found out he was a friggin' pedophile. They like boys. This is our leaders, man. Even I heard Socrates was into stuff like that. They like young boys, little boys, always the little boys. Isn't that funny? Krishna conscious movement, always the little boys, right? The little disciples. Okay? This is our leaders, man. Are you ready? Are you fed up yet? Anybody fed up with worshiping these guys? If not, stay out there and piddle your time away doing your idolatry, man. That's all it is. Idol worship is not some weird thing. It's a weird thing, but it's just idling away your time. You're just wasting your friggin' time, basically. I'm here to preach the essence of truth, which is find the real devotees who have the Holy Spirit of God living in them, man. Have Radha and Krishna and Lord Chaitanya living in them. And that's here. And just learn what the truth is. The essence. That's all I'm into. I have to speak like this. Otherwise, why are you reading those books by Prabodhanandana Saraswati? Why? They don't have any faith in anything in this world. They have faith in real associates of the Lord. See, otherwise we're always misdirected. Have I misdirected anybody here? Have I just led you where? To the source so that you can have what I have, right? See, you need people like that in your world. Now they have your best interest. I didn't lead you away from that. I didn't lead you to putanas. I didn't lead you to some material religious society. I'll take you out of that. You can't get this in these associations. What? It's like a rat's nest. Hypocrisies and all this stuff and big shows, and that's all external. They can't get beyond the external. They got to come here. There's some sincere people have to realize I'm fed up. You know, I'm fed up with the illusion. I'm fed up being misdirected. Somebody direct me to the temple of the heart. Well, that's what we do. You want the temple of the heart? You want, that's what we're into, the temple of the heart, where let's clean up the throne so the Lord, the transcendental Lord, can sit there with Radha and Lord Chaitanya. You don't have to be perfect. You just got to be in the right place at the right time, in the right circumstances. Well, that's created here. Isn't it amazing? It's a marvelous miracle. The Lord, technology. Thank you, Zuckerberg. Thank you, Samsung, and all you guys for creating technology. This is the only really good use for it. Everybody's using it for Maya. The demons are using it to control humanity. Okay? We're using it to control Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Bring them under our control. Well, there's no fault in that. I like it. Hey, man, I like when I call the Lord, Radha and Krishna come. I like that kind of control. I want that kind of control. You guys have just got it wrong. You think you want to control all these guys in Maya. You got a lot of work for you, man. I just want to control the Supreme Personality God. I want to, when I call them, right? Is this a bad desire? When I call, you analyze it. When I call Radha and Krishna, see if you want this too. When you call Radha and Krishna's name in the Hare Krishna mantra, do you want them to come? Yeah. Do you want that kind of control? I do. Yeah, I don't want them. I'm calling. They go, well, I'm sorry, man. You don't have any control over me. I ain't coming. I don't want that kind of answer. Yeah. Yeah, that's why you got to come to the devotees and say, hey, man, I also want to control the Lord. Ain't a bad. This is perfect desire. The Lord is wants teachers like this. Otherwise, you get these other guys. They want to control mankind. They want all these people in Maya, put them in power. A lot of work, man. You got to feed them and all this crapola. Put things on them and build technologies and spend all your time as a waste, and then it all stays here anyway. Here, you take even your disciples. We all go together. We'll be like the 9 Yogendras, the 9,000 Yogendras who go to all over the universes together. Why? Because we like to be with each other, right? The Lord likes to be with us. We like to be with Him and each other. And then so this goes on. This is a forever thing. You think it's ever going to change? We'll always be aware and awake. Why? Because we're aware and awake here now. We bound that. Yeah. In the body. Yeah. The living force, yes, the most important thing. In the Temple of Jewels, in Vrindavan, underneath a desire tree, Sri Radha and Govinda, served by their most confidential associates, sit upon an effulgent throne. See, most confidential associates. That's our door, man. There's no other door. You got to find the confidential associates. See, because they're serving the Lord intimately. They know these intimate things, and nobody else does. Yeah. What do you think Jesus is talking about? He said, I'm the door. Hey, I'm the door. Here, you go through the devotee, you get into the kingdom. This is a universal spiritual truth that most don't understand. Most in religion, they think they're just when they think they're the door and they don't have this intimacy that's proven. They can't even understand the scripture. They're big scholars and they don't understand the scriptures. Isn't that amazing? Big titles that they don't understand who they are and what they are. They can't even understand they're a wretched fool. They think they're smart and they don't understand their own position. They don't understand the position of the Lord or the Lord's real devotees. Nobody understands nada. That's why Krishna says, abandon all varieties of materially motivated religion, which that's all there is out there. Okay? Take shelter of the Lord. What is that? Clear conception of the absolute truth as it is. Can't go wrong with that, right? Now that's right. You want right and wrong? That's right. Clear, conclusive truth. See? That's pure right. See, not just right. Yeah, what do you want? We got to go beyond the right message, a righteous message, a goody two shoes message about the body, saving whales, rules and regulations of regulating the material body. We got to need a deeper thing, right? Deeper understanding. Waken the soul. What is our topics? Waken the soul, man. Get into spirit. Then waken the soul. Get purified so that you can commune and communicate with the transcendental Lord. See? Only in the society of devotees is that possible. They're the door. This Sadhu Sangha is the door for that. The door for all of those, every one of them have to come through this door if they want this. If they have that kind of greed, they really want God more than position. Yeah. It's the funny thing is, if they went through this door and they get God, then they become a real guru instead of a liar and a cheater and a deceiver, a hypocrite and an idol. Isn't that amazing? All they have to do is walk through this door and become a real guru and get real praise of God, and then get sincere disciples who really want God also. It's all they have to do. And anybody has to do. And then you can do your position. Oh, you've been a guru. That's your position. Oh, now you'll be a better guru. You'll be a real guru. You'll deliver your disciples because you walk through the door and you have a real relationship like the door has. The door has a relationship with Radha and Krishna, man. That's why they call door men and women. You notice? In every bar where there's good intoxicating drink, they have doormen, right? Jai and Vijayas. So we have an intoxicating place. It's called Vrindavan. And we're doormen and women for Vrindavan. You got to come through the doormen and women to get into the real Vrindavan and get intoxicating drink there. This is the intoxication of immortality, of chanting the holy name in great ecstatic devotion. Ooh, you want to come into this bar? Well, you got to go through the door, men and women here. Just how it is, always been. This is a universal spiritual truth. They don't know. In religion and Vaishnava, they don't know. The Vaishnavas don't know. These big gurus don't know. Why? Because they're not authentic doormen or women. They're just pretenders. See, you pretend. What does pretender mean? Listen to the word. Pretender. I'm pretending to be a doorman for Vrindavan to get you in. You're coming and go, oh, Gurudev, give me Krishna and grace and everything. And you're pretending to be the doorman for the entrance into Vrindavan. Sorry, it's not the real deal. You're not Neo. Go eat your cookies. You're not the one. You're not the one, man. Go eat the friggin' cookie. That's all you get. Cookies. Money. Go eat the name and fame, all that donkey urine. That's see, my heroes, they call that stuff as it is, donkey urine, man. I am lame and ill-advised. All glories to Radha and Madan Mohan. I am lame and ill-advised, yet they are my directors. See, they are my directors, and their lotus feet are everything to me. You got to know what their lotus feet are. Most people don't. That's why you need the association of devotees who have attained the lotus feet of the Lord. They've attained the shelter of the Lord, of those lotus feet. But what does it mean? Is it just these little pink feet? And some shelter. What is? Oh yeah, the show, Lord, give me the shelter of your lotus feet, your pink little feet. Please give me that shelter. What does that mean? I don't know. Nobody's ever explained it to me. I have no idea. My gurus never said anything. They just say the words, man. The flowers, see, flowery words. I hear that's why I tell people make a video, man. Oh, they start talking. Make a friggin' video. Let me feel the vibration of your word. You sound really, there's flowers in the typing flowers. That's what they're typing. Ooh, big, long, got to read long message. I know I'm wasting my time if I listen to a real long message. I think in my mind, ooh, maybe sounds reasonable, I guess. I don't know, but it's vibration. And these guys will never make a video. I don't know. Oh, well, that's another thing. I just like to type. So whoever's doing that, make some videos, man, so we can feel the vibration, taste the vibration. Even Lord Chaitanya would tell his devotees, recite this verse. I want to hear the vibration. I want to taste the vibration. Okay? Sri Gopinath, who originated the transcendental mellow of the rasa dance, stands on the shore of Vamsivat and attracts the attention of the cowherd damsels with the sound of his celebrated flute. May they all confer upon us their benediction. Stands on the shore of Vamsivat. Attracts the attention of the cowherd damsels. That's what basically that's a flute. Flute is a hollowed out person who's worshipped the Lord in ecstasy for a long time. And the Lord uses them to attract his real devotees, and enliven them with that sound. Okay? And then everybody benefits and gets purified. And then you start singing songs. You notice that? Everybody can come here and see what hasn't ever been seen in a long time. You can see what has happened 550 years ago by seeing it reenacted again. You could see how people are getting hollowed out and how their song and Krishna's song through them is becoming more and more beautiful. You can see all these things here. We have the technology that has never been here before. Okay? This is how technology is being used. This purifies the planet. It purifies the universe by using technology in the right way. This is how to use things in the service of the Lord. See? And it purifies the world. It unites it together. It brings the highest truth, distinguished from illusion, for the welfare of everybody. We're equal opportunity employers. See, we are here to, like managers and employers, to bring people into the service of the Lord again, the transcendental loving service of the Lord. See, for anybody, demons can do this, demigods, anybody with this message touches your heart, that means the Lord knows you and knows your intention and wants you to give you a option out, to opt out of this. Otherwise, without the devotees, you're not getting out of this material world. They're the door, they're the warden. You got to come in contact with the warden in some lifetime. The Lord sends his messengers, man. Can you recognize? That's the bottom line. Can you recognize who is here on the behalf of the Lord? Are you still a dum-dum? You're still too dumbed down by the Lord's Maya. Those who are meant to hear will be drawn. They will not just know, of course. It's about the message coming from the heart, from the Lord arisen into the heart for the world. Give them an opportunity. See, to get out of this illusion once and for all. Okay? See, Jesus spoke and gave people an opportunity. See, he spoke publicly. Okay? Gave people the opportunity. He knew not everybody would accept right away. They were just seeds going out with for most. But some did, just like some do now. And then later on, more came, more. And they just preached those words, man. Yeah, Jesus gave us all these words, these wonderful words that nobody ever spoke before. See? Because everything a real devotee who's really intimate with the Lord, that all comes true. The Lord proves the words of his real devotees. That's why he doesn't prove the words. He doesn't give you, oh, Gurudev, give me mercy, bring me to Vrindavan. Then you don't get to Vrindavan because they can't. The Lord won't prove their words because they're not real devotees yet. They're not purified. They haven't come through the right path long enough. Oh, yeah, well, I've been initiated by Prabhupada. Yeah, well, you didn't get there. You got to go deeper, man. Yeah, you need shiksha still, obviously, because you're not even awake. You got to wake up. You got to have the real second birth, not just a string around your neck and a banana in the fire, all that external stuff, and think all your sins are burned up. It's like when they sacrifice goats and then they think, you see, our sins are all burned up and they're still sinners. Here, your sins really burn up. Oh, yeah, there's a fire here, man. They burn. You feel it, man. You feel the heat. Baptism by fire, man. Burn up those sins. And then your bhakti, cool down by the bhakti. You ever see you put an iron in a fire. You want a really good sword? You put that in a hot fire, man. And you bang it into shape, right? Hot, bang it. And what happens? You put it out and you stick it in cold water, the coolness of the Lord. And now, Excalibur. That's what we got here. Excalibur. Watch out. See, and that, you notice Excalibur came out of the water. And who brought it out? Always the female. Always the friggin' female, right? It's always the woman in white. Bhakti Devi. See, she's the one. She's the really. But Bhakti Devi, she forges the sword, man. Brings it out of the water. You seen that movie? That's in the movie. Excalibur. Isn't it funny how Krishna is always, he's in everything, man. He shows you the importance of bhakti. See, woman represents bhakti, devotion, emotion. See? It's not about, you can't tell me you're a real Vaishnava leader if you don't have real bhakti awakened in your heart. You're not crying like the Lord was crying and laughing like the Lord was laughing. Come on, man. How do you represent that? You got to represent the Lord, right? Representing the Lord means representing the Lord. You really rep. You're a rep for that, for the ecstatic devotion. Okay? Literal, dictionary meaning. Where's the dictionary meaning of a real spiritual master? Can we see the current that Lord Chaitanya brought to the world, that current of bhakti, that ecstasy and everything? Can we see it through you so that we know what that was? That's an account in the book, that we know that what that was because we see it here now. Are you that kind of guru? I don't think many are. I don't think any are actually, except here. I haven't ran across anybody like that. They're all no-shows, so we don't know. I don't know. Oh, I'm sorry, we can't show you any of this real bhakti that Lord Chaitanya had. We're not here. We just got a lot of rules for you, man. A lot of regulations. That's what real devotional service is all about. No, real devotional service is all about why Lord Chaitanya came here. He came here to relish these mellows. Why are you here, man? I'm here to relish mellows. He came here to preach the glories of spontaneous devotional service. That's why I'm here, man. I ain't gonna. You hear anything, any other preaching, except emphasizing the glories of pure devotional service that the Lord emphasized 550 years ago, and relishing that like He did before the public? So what does that mean? That means that's what's we're going to get the same result. That's why we do on the authority of Prabhupada and Krishna. Literally, literally, not not just an imagination. Literally, you are the sunshine of my life. That's why I'll always be around. You are the apple of my eye. You can make a nice song in that. Forever you stay in my heart. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai. All glories to Lord Chaitanya, and all glories to Lord Nityananda, and all glories to Advaita Acharya, and all glories to the devotees of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. See? Where is there a non-devotee there? You see? All glories to those who have ecstatic devotion. People should be doing that. Don't glorify anybody without ecstatic devotion. This is a principle of Lord Chaitanya, right there in the verse. Nobody knows. Why? Because nobody comes here and doesn't glorify. Have you heard me glorify any mundane idol? Do I follow in the footsteps? All glories to the real. Are you a real devotee, man? Real associate, man? Can we see that you're a real associate, man? Can we see how your chanting is? Can we check it out? See, you can fool these neophyte followers you have. You can fool yourself. But you can't fool Lord Chaitanya or his devotees. You got the right understanding, man. Let us see that you chant the holy name with great ecstatic devotion. Let us see you're a recipient of the true mercy of Lord Chaitanya and Radha and Krishna. Let us see it. Otherwise, if we don't see it, why am I wasting my time with you? Why do I want to waste even a second with you? Time is valuable, man. That's my money. Time is valuable. Yeah. I briefly described I briefly described the Anchalila within the description of the Madhya-lila. Now I am almost an invalid because of old age, and I know at any moment I may die. Therefore, I have already described some portions of the Anchalila. In accordance with the synopsis previously written, I shall describe in detail whatever I have not mentioned. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu returned to Jagannath Puri from Vrindavan, Swarab Damodar Goswami immediately sent news of the Lord's arrival to the devotees in Bengal. Upon hearing this news, Mother Sachi and all the other devotees of Navadvip were very joyful, and they all departed together for Nilachal. This is a family affair, man. They're all part of Lord Chaitanya's family. See? They loved hearing that news of Lord Chaitanya. That's why I say, man, people, you think you're part of it. You don't like to hear, this is all news. Every day is news of Lord Chaitanya, right? Fresh news from Goloka. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that so? Haven't you seen this demonstrated day after day? Fresh news from Goloka, fresh preaching, fresh inspiration, and sometimes repeating the same verses again and again. Bhagavad Gita 10, still fresh every day, fresh. How does it that? How can it? It's like bread. Bread is always bread, but it's freshly baked every day. Isn't that amazing? It's like that spiritually. Yeah, same bread, same verse, but we freshly bake it every day. Even what I just said is a fresh thing on the bread of life, right? Just same bread of life, but, just baked it again. We don't half bake the philosophy. We bake it nice. It's got a good crust on it, and it's hot, warm. You ever go to these things? They say this is fresh bread, and you get it stale. It's day-old bread, man, stale. Here, hot bread, fresh. You even watch the replay, it's still fresh. These verses are fantastic, man. Unbelievable, man. Yeah. Yeah. He carried news. And so and if you don't like this news in this thing here, this is family, man. The family of Lord Chaitanya is here, man. This is the truth. I ain't lying. You can see the symptoms of family members here. If you look in the book, it's talking about they're crying and they're laughing and they're choking when they think about Lord Chaitanya and chant his names and everything, or see him. Well, you see that going on here. So you can see real family members. We just, because the Lord is unmanifest, we re-manifest him by mantra. Yeah, he's no different than his name. You can actually see that here. You want to find out where your real gurus are? ISKCON, in Gaudiya Math, Goddess Me. You come here, you see the real guru. Your real gurus, your real leaders are here. Yeah, because by mantra, you can see these persons know that name of God is non-different from Krishna. They are realized that, because only with devotional ecstasy can you realize that. Otherwise not. You won't know. You just put on some show because you don't know. It's just a bunch of blow. Everybody, you're just snow, wing. Wasting their time idling. It's time for this message, strong message, and that's straight, no watered down. Yeah. Upon hearing this news, Mother Sachi and the other devotees of Navadvip were very joyful, and they all departed together for Nilachal, Jagannath Puri. Thus all the devotees of Kalyana Gram and Sri Kanda, as well as Advaita Charya, came together to meet Shivananda Sain. Can you see why most of these devotees left? They were family, man. When the Lord left, many of them just started to go too. They're family. Then they go and do this again somewhere else and attract other family members. That's why we're here. That's the only reason here is to attract family members. People. Ultimately, just whoever is meant to awaken will come and become part of this family and awaken and be very happy. Ask Amy. She's happy, didn't have any contact with devotees, but she just feels, oh, yes, this is so beautiful. I love this. This is really nice. Oh, go, Haridas, nice preaching. Okay? People like that will come. This just like when Lord Chaitanya attracted. They were in the real line from Nityananda, man. Real line. The natural common people came, like Janaki goes out and sings, and this lady just drove over from her car, just ordinary person in a beat up car, not even a nice car, beat up car, and says, I was just overwhelmed, this was so beautiful, give me your contact. See, I want to maintain contact, because that's what it's all about. You want to go to Vrindavan? Hey, you guys and all your religious institutions, anybody in there? Is a message for you. Do you really want to go to Vrindavan in this life even? You better come here, otherwise you're not going, because I haven't seen any signs that they're taking you. Do you seriously want to come here for 30 days and see if I'm lying to you or bullshitting you like your leaders have been doing for 40 years? Saying they represent what you think that's representation. It's just a big show. Put their little coats on, their little ornaments, and dhotis, and they're just, hey man, I want to see, are you a real representative of the Lord? We prove it here. Do you have the tears? You have the real ornaments of bhakti, man. You show that you're in the real line. You're a family member of Lord Chaitanya, Nityananda, and Srivas, and Sachi Devi, and all these real devotees. Are you belong to them? Do they belong to you? Are they your possession? And then because they're your possession, you can give out your possession to whoever you choose. That's the philosophy Lord Chaitanya taught. Oh, my dear devotees, you love me. Therefore, I'm giving you my transcendental body. You can give it anywhere you want. Go sell it as you please at any price. See? That's what's going on here. See? That's really true. We already proved it. Where else are you going to get a better deal? Hey, Lord Chaitanya on special, man. Reduced price. Usually it's high price. Oh, you want Lord Chaitanya? He kicks brahmacharis out of his kirtan, man. He's high price, high dollar, man. Oh, brahmachari. Oh, you just eat fruit and drink milk, no vegetables even? Ah, you ain't qualified. Get out of my kirtan. You're not getting in here with those guys. That ain't high enough. Oh, you went to my devotee. Oh, well, haven't you heard what I said? You guys in ISKCON have not heard, or any of you groups have not heard what Lord Chaitanya said. So I'll repeat it. That's why I repeat it again and again. Oh, you went through my devotee. Oh, well, I give my body, my transcendental body, to my devotee. And you come to my devotee to get me? Oh, okay, here you go. That's the process. That's simple, man. Go to where the Lord has been gotten. Those who have the transcendental body of the Lord, they're the ones who are authorized to give it to others. Nobody else, none, zero. You see how we turn the tables on Maya with just the simple truth. Am I lying? It's all in the book. You can all check it. Isn't that the kind of preaching people need to hear? That's just to give them the straight out truth. Oh, wow. I didn't know I was wasting my time. I do want Krishna. There are a lot of people who want Krishna, right? But who's going to clear the path? Who's going to clear the brambles off the path? Well, it's going to be the right preaching, the real preaching, the true preaching. Get rid of the brambles, man. Do you want Krishna or not in this life? Well, you got to come to those who have Krishna. That is the only door, only way, only way. You can chant Hare Krishna to the blue in the face, but you can chant for 10 million. I'm telling you, this is the verse in these books. You can chant for 10 million lifetimes and not awaken the ecstatic devotion of Vrindavan. You can chant Hare Krishna for 10 million lives. Right there. Chapter 8, Adi Lila, verse number 31 or somewhere right around that place. Okay. You come to the devotees, you get over those offenses so fast, and then you'll chant and you'll cry, you'll laugh, you choke up. Okay. In this life, even. Okay. And if you don't, 10 million lifetimes. That's why you see, where's the ecstatic devotion? Nobody's surpassing the rules and regulations. Authentically, not like just some. We have some here think they've surpassed the rules and regulations, but they don't have any real strong bhakti. Okay, and what comes out of their mouth is inconclusiveness. Okay. And then they screw everything up in everybody's lives. That's not real bhakti yet. Keep hearing, keep serving, keep listening. Keep associating as best you can. Yeah. So, thus the devotees of Kalyana Gram and Kanda, as well as Advaitacharya, came together to meet Shivananda Sain. Shivananda Sain arranged for the journey and maintained everyone and provided residential quarters. While going to Jagannath Puri, Shivananda Sain allowed a dog to go with him. Oh, here we go with the dog thing. He supplied it with food to eat and maintained it. One day, when they needed to cross a river, an Orissa boatman would not allow the dog to get in the boat. Shivananda Sain, unhappy that the dog had to stay behind, paid the boatman 10 pana conch shells to take the dog across the river. One day, while Shivananda was detained by a tollman, his servant forgot to give the dog its cooked rice. At night, when Shivananda Sain returned and was taking his meal, he inquired from the servant whether the dog had gotten its meals. When he learned that the dog had not been supplied with food in his absence, he was unhappy, and then he immediately sent 10 men to find the dog. See, so the dog missed its meals, and he was very unhappy. But what happened? The Lord started to feed him later on. See, that was the result of following Shivananda Sain. Now he gets food from the Lord, from his transcendental hand. That's you guys, man. See, you followed the dog. You followed a Vaishnava. See, like a dog, you're happy to be with the Vaishnava and all that. What do you get the result? The Lord is feeding you with his transcendental hand, right? That's the purpose that's the meaning of this verse, of these verses, this story. Yes. See, he fought this dog. You don't have to be anything special. You don't have to be superstar Narayan Maharaj or something to get the mercy of the Lord. You just have to follow a real Vaishnava who is a recipient of this transcendental mercy of the Lord. And realize I'm just a dog, man. I ain't anything special. All devotees feel that way. Hari Das felt this way. Let me be a dog of a Vaishnava. A real Vaishnava, not just the words. I'll say the words. And a real Vaishnava comes before them, they won't be that dog. It's just a dog bullshit statement in most people's mouths. They say, oh yeah, I just want to be a dog and a Vaishnava, and then here the situation is here for them to do that, and they won't do it. Just a bunch of bullshit. I don't believe just in people's words. I want to see some action. I want to see some deed, man. Where's the deed? Hey, you're doing the deed, man. And what happens? Isn't the Lord feeding you with his transcendental hand? Yes or no? See? It works here because this is the real path. This is the real preaching. This is the real word, the word of life. See? Gets action. God says, okay, man, you're in the right place. I'm going to feed your disciples with my transcendental hand. And he does. See? Because you followed his authorized rep, right? Why wouldn't it work? Because it's all true. Yeah, people don't believe it here who had false gurus sometimes. Well, it didn't work, but it works here. So why are you staying faithless? It just works here because you got the real thing here. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. How come I got two things there for you? What is that? Okay, anyway, whatever. Glitches. See, this is basically Guru Tattva. This is the deepest Guru Tattva explained by the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya. People, this is why it can get really clear when you understand the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya, and when you hear them from the proper place, you can understand where the real path is amongst all this confusion here. There's confusion everywhere, isn't there? Just everybody, all this static going on here, hiding the real path. These books, all of them are meant to clear away the brambles and the static, get clarity, get logic, and see the reasonableness of God and how he works and the power of the Lord, the spiritual power. See? How he works through the right channel, the narrow gate preaching. See? The and get away from this broad path of destruction, which is all these useless paths, man, empty paths, weak paths. Weak paths and weak preaching. Oh, well, why are you dishonoring my path with this guru and this teacher and the Dalai Lama and all that? Because they're weak paths compared to what's going on here. Somebody will touch their heart. If you're not one of those, go follow the Buddha. Go follow the Dalai Lama. Go get your shot. Go follow these gurus in ISKCON. Go get your shot. What's that, But you want to know where the real path to Krishna is now, in this life, in this time, in 2022? It's here. Okay? If you can't take the truth, well, go out there and follow the illusions. I say that's weak in illusions. Didn't Prabodhananda, didn't she read this? Well, you think it's just a bunch of bullshit verses? Or it's true? Why are you following all these useless? Didn't he say useless paths? All these useless paths. It's useless. Don't you know the mercy of Lord Chaitanya? He knew it. I know it. Why shouldn't I preach it like he did? Isn't that the idea of an acharya, a real spiritual master? You preach like the real acharyas preach. You preach their same message and get the same result that he got. I'm sure a lot of people got ecstatic devotion if they heard his preaching, his fantastic preaching. See, when the men returned without success, Shivananda Sain became very unhappy and fasted for the night. In the morning, they looked for the dog, but he could not be found anywhere. All the Vaishnavas were astonished. See, so Shivananda Sain became attached to the dog. That's another thing. He liked the dog. He felt happy with the dog. The dog liked him. He liked the dog. You see the value of being friends with real Vaishnavas? Yeah. You get the blessings of the Lord. You see, they're coming already. You be a friend of the, of a devotee. To be a friend of the devotee, you automatically become a friend of God. Well, and you'll get purified, of course, to get you there. I mean, if there's things in the way, he'll get them out of the way. He'll drag you. As previously, the Lord provided them with all. As previously, wait a second. Oh, yeah. In the morning, they look, okay. Thus, in great anxiety, they all walked to Jagannath Puri, where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu met them as usual. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went with them to see the Lord in the temple, and on that day, he also took lunch in the company of those devotees. As previously, the Lord provided them with residential quarters, and the next morning, all the devotees came to see the Lord. When all the devotees came to that place of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they saw that same dog sitting a little apart from the Lord. Furthermore, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was throwing remnants of green coconut pulp to the dog. Smiling in his own way, he was saying to the dog, "Chant the holy names of Ram Krishna." Seeing the dog eating the green coconut pulp and chanting Krishna, Krishna again and again, all the devotees present were very surprised. See? Chanting in ecstasy. Sitting a little apart from the Lord. See, that's our relate. We're a little apart from the Lord, right? That's how you stay individual. But the Lord is close, isn't he? Okay? This is the value. That's why you don't have to be anything special to get the mercy of the Lord. You just have to understand the preaching of the real devotees of the Lord and follow that simple path like the friggin' dog. That's all here, isn't it? That's why you see, look, you guys are being fed by the Lord because you believe in this preaching. You hear this vibration, which is on par with the book. It becomes a living vibration. And you pass on that vibration to others instead of speculation from these gurus. What are they going to? The best you guys can do out there is speculate like your guru. See? And all that disappears at some point because it's just noise, man. It doesn't mean anything much. Seeing the dog. when he saw the dog sitting in that way, chanting the name Krishna, Shivananda Sain, because of his natural humility, immediately offered those obeisances to the dog just to counteract his offenses to it. He thought he was offensive. He didn't feed the dog. Okay? But devotees, that's why, when he saw that the Lord had given that kind of mercy to this dog, okay, now it's on the same level as a real Vaishnava. See, real. He's real. It's got a relationship with the Lord. Chants in ecstasy. I see that here. My disciples who get the Lord agrees to come and live in their heart, take up residence there. Oh, they're worshipable even to me. Yeah, God is God, right? Radha and Krishna, Radha and Krishna. If, we need to be looking for that kind of temple. People looking, I can't come to Sadhu Sangha where Radha and Krishna are actually doing something, living in a living temple, a living body, preaching to you. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't go there. I got to go to the temple over there, built by hands and hard work and all that. And then I want to see Radha and Krishna just there. I don't want them to talk to me. Yeah, they talk to you through the devotees, man. That's more powerful, man. They tell you what's really in the books that you can't know, that those deities don't say. They're not reciting the words in the scriptures, are you? Are they? That's why you see why Krishna says, devotees of your caliber, those are the ecstatic ones, you purify just by being seen, especially heard from. And my deity and my holy places purify after a long time. See? You purify just by being seen and heard. Yeah, what you speak is truth. My deity ain't speaking the truth to you. You're not advanced enough to see that, right? Isn't that, you see why it's all logic? The science of Krishna consciousness is a science. It's very logical, very reasonable. This is where Christians can benefit. They gotta preach things that are not always logical and clear. People think, why should I worship a God like this? He seems unreasonable. He kills his sons, and that's the mandatory. He's got to kill the son, and you got to accept the blood. You got to accept this physical blood. And it sounds to me a demoniac, doesn't it? Doesn't it appear like it's a bit demon-like? Bloods and all that stuff. Isn't that what demons are into? Blood sacrifices and goats and then humans and all, weird shit, man. Then Jesus is like a human sacrifice. Okay, that could be there, because he preached the truth, and people do kill people that preach the truth. But his words are the words of life, man. Words of devotees. That's the essence. Yeah, Lord Chaitanya didn't have to die to save anybody. Nityananda didn't have to die to save anybody. Their followers didn't have to die to save anybody. You heard from them the words of life and truth, and ecstatically saw them, in ecstasy of intimate worship of the Lord, which is our ultimate potential. There's no other potential beyond this. There's nothing to achieve beyond that. Intimacy with God, intimacy and ecstasy in that relationship. Gets you right out of Maya, man. Clears all the cobwebs out. You look at the scriptures and you really understand them as they are. Yeah. The next day, no one saw that dog, for it had obtained its spiritual body and departed for Vaikuntha, the spiritual kingdom. Such are the transcendental pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the son of Mother Sachi. See, and the beauty of them, they actually were like that, and they actually work again. People coming here are like those dogs, like that dog. You come here and you become a friend of the Vaishnava. You notice? That's why I say, people ask me, what can I do to advance? Please tell me, what can I do? New people say, I say, come here, make friends with the Vaishnavas here regularly. Associate with the devotees here, become their friends, do some service. If all you can do is come here and here, okay, fine, that's good. That's good enough. That's the path, man. Associating with devotees. Hear the real scriptures from them, because they're the only ones who tell you the real scriptures, the deep scriptures, the essence of the script. Nobody else knows but them. And if they tell you, and they're not like Bhakti Vinod and Bhakti Siddhanta and Prabhupada keeping it all inside, you're lucky. You're lucky here. Everything that's inside them, we're bringing out on their order. Whole line. Do it. That's why people wake up here, man. You start believing this preaching, which is very true. The truth will live in you, will awaken in you. The truth of love of God will awaken in you. Your soul will be awakened to the truth forever. You're free. You don't have to go and, the man of the year, Elon Musk will make me immortal. No, he won't. He'll make you a slave of illusion. They all do out there. These gurus make you a slave of Putana, the one who doesn't represent the real Vrindavan. You got to get through the snake obstacle. Only the real spiritual master and acharya can get you through that one. You notice? We hit the nail right on the head. We confront the snake. We swallow the snake with the truth. That snake is weak when it's staying before the truth. We swallow it. The bigger snake, the snake of Vrindavan, the black snake of Vrindavan, Krishna, swallows that one. See, truth is like that. Truth has a big mouth, literally, huh? You notice? Big mouth, very mouthy here. All mouth, practically. Got a big snake to swallow, See, you got to be a real doctor, man. You got to be that symbol there. The thing they got the two snakes going up and one swallowing one. See, that's Krishna swallowing the Maya. Swallows it right up with the truth. See, the Maya is the lie, so it's a shadow, man. You got to swallow the shadow, man. Yeah. So let's see here. So who wants to read something? Okay. Go for it.
Both of us, maybe, but I don't know. What verse are you now, Guru Maharaj?
Huh? What?
Yeah, you've got to decide who can read, of course.
No, I said your finger went up first, so do it.
Okay. What verse are you here?
26.
Here,
let me see. Verse number, verse number, you're going to like this part here. It's really good. Verse number 34.
Okay. Thank you, Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much. Oh, glories to you. Oh, glories to the previous acharyas. Oh, glories. To Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Oh, glories to Srimati Radharani, and all glories to Krishna. Thank you for letting me read these wonderful pastimes.
Yeah, this is the juicy part here.
Such are the transcendental pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the son of Mother Sachi. He even delivered a dog simply by inducing it to chant the Mahamantra Hare Krishna. Meanwhile, following the order of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Srila Rupa Goswami, he returned. He returned to Vrindavan. He desired to write dramas concerning concerning the pastimes of Lord Krishna in Vrindavan. Rupa Goswami began he began to write a drama. In particular, he composed the introductory verses to invoke good fortune. On his way to Godadasa, Godadesa, Rupa Goswami had been thinking of how to write the action of the drama. Thus he had made some notes and he began to write in this way. The two brothers, Rupa and Anupana, reached Bengal. But when they arrived, Anupana died. Rupa Goswami then departed to see to see Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, for he was very eager to see him. There was some delay because of the death of Anupana, and therefore Rupa Goswami went to Bengal to see the devotees there. He couldn't get in touch with them because they had already left. In the province of Orisha, there is a place known as Satyabhama Pura. Sri Rupa Goswami, he rested for a night in that village on his way on his way to Jagannath Puri. while, while resting while resting in Satyabhama Pura, he dreamed that a celestial beautiful woman had come before him and very mercifully gave him the following order. Write a separate drama about me, she said. By my mercy, it will be extraordinarily beautiful. After having that dream, Srila Rupa Goswami, he considered, it is the order of Satyabhama that I write a separate drama for her. I have brought together in one work all the pastimes performed by Lord Krishna in Vrindavan and in Dwaraka. Now I shall have to divide them into two dramas. And thus, absorbed in thought, he quickly reached Jagannath Puri. When he arrived, he approached the hut of Haridas Thakur. out of affectionate love and mercy. Haridas Thakur. He told Srila Rupa Goswami. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has already informed me that you would come here. After seeing the Upala Bhoga ceremony at the Jagannath temple, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he would regularly come to see Haridas every day. And thus he suddenly arrived there. And when the Lord arrived, Rupa Goswami immediately he offered his obeisances. Haridas informed the Lord, "This is Rupa Goswami offering you obeisances." And the Lord embraced him. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he then sat down with Haridas and Rupa Goswami. They inquired from one another about auspicious news. And they continued to talk together for some time. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu inquired about Sanatana Goswami, Rupa Goswami replied, "I didn't meet him. I came by the path on the, on the bank of the Ganga, where he is. Sanatana Goswami came by the public road, and therefore we didn't meet. In Prayaga, I heard that he had already gone to Vrindavan." Rupa Goswami next informed the Lord about the death of Anupama. After allotting residential quarters there to Rupa Goswami, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he left. And then all of the Lord's personal associates, they met Sri Rupa Goswami. On the next day, Chaitanya again met Rupa Goswami, and with great mercy, the Lord introduced him to all the devotees. Srila Rupa Goswami, he offered his respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of them all, and all the devotees by their mercy embrace him. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he told Advaita Acharya, and Nityananda Prabhu, you should both show your mercy wholeheartedly to Rupa Goswami. may, may Rupa Goswami, by your mercy, become so powerful that he will be able to describe the transcendental meadows of devotional service. And thus, Rupa Goswami, he became the object of love and affection for all the devotees of the Lord, including those who came from Bengal and those who resided in Orissa. Every day, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he would go to see Rupa Goswami, and whatever prasada he received from the temple, he would deliver to Rupa Goswami and Haridas Thakur. He would talk for some time with them both and then leave to perform his noontime duties. In this way, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's dealings with them continued every day and thus receiving the transcendental favor of the Lord. Srila Rupa Goswami felt unlimited pleasure after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, taking all his devotees with him, performed the Kundicha Marjana, washing and cleansing the temple Kundicha. He went to the garden known as Aitota, and he accepted prasada in a picnic within the garden. when, when Haridas Thakur and Rupa Goswami saw that all the devotees were accepting prasada and chanting the holy name of Hari, they both were greatly pleased when they received the remnants of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, of his prasadam through Govinda. They respected it, and then they both and then they both began to dance in ecstasy. On the next day, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to see Srila Rupa Goswami, the omniscient Lord spoke as follows: "Do not try to take Krishna out of Vrindavan." For it does not go anywhere else. At my time, the Krishna known as Yadu Kumara is Vasudeva Krishna. He's different from the Krishna who is the son of Nanda Maharaj. Yadukumara Krishna manifests his pastimes in the cities of Mathura and Dwaraka, but Krishna, the son of Nanda Maharaj, never at any time leaves Vrindavan. After saying this, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he went to perform his noontime duties. leaving Srila Rupa Goswami somewhat surprised. Satyabhama, he ordered me to write two different dramas. Srila Rupa Goswami, he thought, now I understand that his order has been confirmed by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Formerly, he wrote the two dramas as one composition. Now, shall divide it and describe the incidents in two separate works. I shall write two separate invocations of good fortune and two different introductions. Let me think deeply about the matter and then describe two different sets of incidents during the Ratha Yatra ceremony. Srila Rupa Goswami saw Lord Jagannath. He also saw Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu dancing and chanting in front of the Ratha, where Rupa Goswami heard a verse uttered by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu during the ceremony. He immediately composed another verse dealing with the same subject.
River, you want to read a little bit? Are you there? Keep going, and I just put it out.
Oh, oh. I have already described all these incidents, but I still wish to add briefly something more. Generally, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu recited the verse while dancing and chanting before the Ratha, but no one knew why he was reciting that particular verse. Only Swarupadamodara Goswami knew the purpose for which the Lord recited that verse. According to the Lord's attitude, he used to quote other verses to enable the Lord to relish mellows. Rupa Goswami, however, he could understand the intention of the Lord, and thus he composed another verse that appeared to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That verse, personality, who stole the heart during my youth, is now that very personality, who stole my heart during my youth is now again my master. These are the same moonlit nights of the month of Chaitra. The same fragrance of Malati flowers is there, and the same sweet breezes are blowing from the Kadamba forest. In our intimate relationship, I'm also the same lover, yet still my mind is not happy here. I'm eager to go back to that place on the bank of the Reva under the Vetasi tree. That is my desire. My dear friend, now I have met my very my very old and dear friend Krishna on this field. On this field of Kurukshetra, I'm the same Radharani. And now we are meeting together It's very pleasant, but I will still like to go to the bank of the Yamuna, beneath the trees of the forest there. I wish to hear the vibration of his sweet flute playing the fifth note within the forest of Vrindavan. After writing this verse on a palm leaf, Rupa Goswami, he put it somewhere in his thatched roof and he went to bathe in the sea. At that time, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he went there to meet him. And when he saw the leaf pushed into the roof, and when he saw the verse, he began to read it. After reading the verse, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was overwhelmed by ecstatic love. At that very time, Rupa Goswami, he returned, having finished bathing in the sea, seeing the Lord. Sri Rupa Goswami, he fell flat in the courtyard to offer obeisances, and the Lord slapped him mildly in love, and he spoke as follows: "My heart is very confidential. How did you know my mind in this way? How to say this?" He firmly embraced Rupa Goswami. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he took that verse and he showed it to Svarupa Damodara for him to examine. And then the Lord questioned him, "How could Rupa Goswami have understood my heart?" The Lord asked, "So how could Rupa Goswami have understood my heart?" Svarupa Damodara replied, "I can understand that you have already bestowed your, your causeless mercy upon him." No one could otherwise understand this meaning. I can therefore guess that previously you bestowed upon him your causeless mercy. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, "Rupa Goswami met me at Prayaga. Knowing him to be a suitable person, I naturally bestowed my mercy upon him. I thereupon also bestowed upon him my transcendental potency. Now you also should give him instructions, in particularly instruct him in, in transcendental values."
All right, let's save some of this for later, and we're going to chant a little bit for a little bit.
Okay.
You can put your microphone on, and we'll just chant together.
Okay.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama,
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama
Rama,
Rama Rama
Hare
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 Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama
Rama, Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama
Rama, Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama
Krishna,
Hare Rama Rama
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Rama Hare Rama
Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Rama,
Rama
Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Hare Rama
Rama,
Rama
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama, Rama,
Rama Rama
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama
Hare
Rama Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Rama
Rama,
Rama Hare Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram
Rama, Rama, Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare
Rama,
Ram
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna Hare
Rama,
Hare Ram Hare
Rama,
Ram
Hare Hare, Krishna,
Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare
Rama, Hare
Ram
Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
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 Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare Rama, Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama, Rama,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama, Rama, Rama, Hare
Rama
Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
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 Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Rama,
Rama,
Hare Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama
Rama,
Rama
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama
Rama,
Rama Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Rama Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama Hare
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare
Nityananda,
Hare
Nityananda,
Krishna, Hare
Shri
Krishna.
Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama. Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Rama, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare.
Hare Hare, Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Rama, Rama, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Rama, Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare. Hare
Krishna,
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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Rama, Rama, Hare
Rama
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare
Rama
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
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 Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Rama Hare Rama,
Rama Rama,
Rama Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama,
Rama Rama,
Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama Hare Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Hare Hare,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama Hare Rama,
Rama Rama,
Rama Rama Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama, Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Krishna,
Rama Rama Hare
Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama,
Rama,
Rama Rama Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna Hare
Rama,
Hare Rama Hare Rama,
Rama,
Rama Hare.
Okay, so I'm going to go off for a little while, do some prescribed things, and be back. I'll probably be back a little bit in a little while, actually.
Okay,
Yeah. Thank you
thank
very
you.
much. It's a great reading.
Thank
And
you,
thank you,
Guru.
Tom, for coming, and River, and all our audience here for coming and listening. And I may be back in maybe less than an hour. Let's see. Hare Krishna, everybody. Anybody else wants to go on? Go ahead. Hare Krishna.